Finding fuel in Juba takes a lot of persistence and a lot of patience. The country's economy is built on its oil reserves, but almost 2 years of fighting has hit production, and dollars are scarce, so the fuel supply has dried up.
We cannot talk about the government of national unity at a time when we have not incorporated the agreement into the constitution. The transitional government will be governed by an amended constitution.
Waiting for fuel is not the only challenge facing South Sudanese. They must also continue to wait for their political leaders to implement the terms of their peace deal. Hopes had been high back in August, when both sides signed a deal brokered by regional body gov't to end the fighting. Regional leaders were due in Juba this week to see President Salva Kiir and his arch-rival, former Vice President turned rebel leader Riek Machar, form a new government. But that event has been postponed. The government says it's not ready.
There is no way we can talk of establishment of transitional government of national unity at a time when the agreement is not yet incorporated into the constitution. The constitution is not yet out. And the transitional government of national unity will be governed by the constitution, by the amended constitution.
Makwei says the committee to amend the constitution hasn't been formed, and it could be 2 months before it's ready.
It is the gov't to blame, the mediators and the gov't heads of the states and government. These are the people who should actually, because the paradox is that they are the very people who decided to put them in the center of implementation of the agreement. And now they are unable to move.
gov't and the United Nations previously have threatened sanctions against those blocking peace. Tens of thousands have been killed in the fighting and more than 2 million displaced. And those not on the front line also are paying a high price for the troubles. Here, fuel is the problem. Well, for millions outside Juba, it's food. The UN has warned famine is looming, another product of a war that's been allowed to drag on. Kiyo, CCTV, Juba in South Sudan.